Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, we're going to be discussing one of InGen's most popular herbivores, an animal that was featured prominently in the original Jurassic Park novel by Michael Crichton, as well as every sequel that's taken place after the first movie. This dinosaur actually happens to be one of my personal favorites, and its inclusion in this franchise has always brought a smile to my face. This is the first plant-eating animal that we see on screen in The Lost World. The roof lizard that lived over 150 million years ago. Stegosaurus was a member of the Stegosauridae family and was uncovered during the infamous Bone Wars of paleontological history. Named by Othniel Charles Marsh in 1877, Stegosaurus' first skeletal remains were found north of Morrison, Colorado. The animal would have lived in the heart of the Jurassic period amongst other plant-eating giants like Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus. And the Stegosaurus would have had to watch out for threatening theropods that it also shared its environment with, notably Ceratosaurus and, of course, its arch-rival, the savage Allosaurus. Possibly the most well-known attributes to this animal are its spiked tail, as well as the long rows of heavy plates that adorn its back. Now that spiky tail is actually called a thagomizer, and it would no doubt have been used as a special defense against any bloodthirsty carnivores. As of 2018, our current understanding of Stegosaurus has evolved dramatically to what many scientists thought of the animal back in the 1800s. You see, for several years, many paleontologists would have had the partial remains of many different individual stegosaurs in their research. This would usually result in one reconstructed animal being composed of the body parts of different stegosaurs from varying age groups. So what they thought the animal looked like was radically different from what was real. In the modern age, our stegosaurs have longer necks, longer tails, and shorter hind legs. This updated information on the creature is just another piece of the ever-evolving research that goes into this ancient Jurassic herbivore, with other outdated ideas being of this creature having a second brain in its hips, and an 1880s depiction that was thought to walk on its hind legs. The true Stegosaurus was far closer to something that you've grown accustomed to seeing in many museums and dinosaur documentaries that have popped up in recent years. Now, long after this animal fell into extinction, John Hammond and InGen's scientists unearthed amber that contained this ancient herbivore's blood trapped inside of dead mosquitoes. After extracting what they could, they filled in the animal's genetic code with amphibian DNA and successfully cloned their very own genetically engineered stegosaurs. Jurassic Park's Stegosaurus were first bred on Isla Sorna by the genetics company. In the novels, InGen created a small herd of 4 of these creatures which were shown living on Isla Nublar in Jurassic Park. In the movie canon, the first time we get to see a Stegosaurus is on Site B in The Lost World. Here we can see that InGen stegosaurs are green, and come with a darker coloration to the plates that run across their back. They're said to grow to be around 19 feet tall at the tip of their plates, and around 40 feet long. They're also considerably bulkier than their fossilized counterpart, weighing in at around 5 tons. Now, it's unknown whether or not the variations of the animal that we see throughout the films is due to any differences in their genetic makeup or possibly sexual dimorphism, but there are subtle changes that have been made between the ones that we see in the wild on Sorna in The Lost World and the ones that we see in captivity in Jurassic World. One example is the relaxed stance of the individuals that are on display in the 4th movie. Here they seem to hold their tails closer to the ground than what we saw in the 2nd film. However, it should be noted that these same dinosaurs are later shown running in Fallen Kingdom, wherein they have their tails elevated in the air in a way that is very similar to what we saw in Site B. Other differences are the presence of visible beaks in the animals on Isla Sorna, as opposed to what we see in these newer dinosaurs. The last we see of the Stegosaurus is after it was set free by Maisie in the Lockwood estate, where it would later run out of the mansion and into the wilds of Northern California. Due to the fact that the animal has made an appearance in every film after the first, I have no doubts that it will again appear in the future of this series. Like I said, personally, I'm a pretty big fan of the Stegosaurus and have a particular liking to the version that was created by InGen. But what are all of your thoughts on this ancient animal? Is this your favorite herbivorous dinosaur, or are there other ones that you have stronger feelings for? Whatever your answers may be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I want to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. It really means the world to me to hear that you guys appreciate what I do so much, and I seriously am extremely thankful for everything that you guys do to show support. It honestly means the world. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you on the next video, guys. And as always, take it easy.